for families, it's going to be free. It's going to cost $0 for families. You can show up from 9 to 5, be there all stinking day, not run out of things to do, have a blast, purchase some food from the food trucks and the food vendors that are going to be there, shop all you want, learn from the 16 plus micro workshops that are going to be happening throughout the day, and play. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the DMC Wellness Wave. I'm your host, Matt Dawkins, and as you know, the plan for this podcast is to be sitting down with health-minded growth leaders in our area, getting to know them a little bit, but also seeing what they know that can help families get and stay healthy. And we are on that journey. We have an incredible lineup with amazing businesses we're going to be talking with over the next couple of weeks. But as we're on the road to that, and then of course the Expo on March 23rd, which is going to be epic, I have been getting a ton of questions and responding and texting and emailing and phone calling. What would it look like for all of us to show up under one roof and showcase products and services for families and make it easy for them to see what's out there and say yes to it for them and for their families? So welcome to this episode where we're going to focus on answering those questions, because at scale, I think you should know the answers to the questions that I'm getting. So this helps us to streamline answers to questions that maybe you were thinking but haven't asked. And so that's the focus of this particular episode. So I've got the questions written up here, and I'm going to go down the list 1 to 10, and we're going to see if we can do it in 10 minutes or less. What do you think? If you know me, you don't think that's possible, but let's see what happens. So absolutely loving this journey so far, just so you guys know it. And we're grateful for everyone that's tuning in, that said, yes, we'll join the mission, that's already made plans to be there on March 23rd. To all the businesses, whether you're a sponsor, a vendor, or an ambassador. If you're curious about that, go to dawkinsmedia.com/expo and check it out. But let's get into these questions. We've already lost 2 minutes. Here we go. Question number 1. Is this what you do now? A lot of folks that know me know I've been a pastor, I've been a gym owner, I have sold furniture online, I have been a tutor. I actually have a degree to teach high school math, and I feel like I've done everything but that. But I've done a lot, and a lot of folks are asking, Matt, is this what you do now? And, you know, in truth, this is what I am doing, but, you know, on top of a full-time job that I love so much. Right now, I'm a storyteller. I do media work for health-minded businesses to help them grow their impact in their worlds and their community, put in a megaphone to their story so people can know who they are and how they can make a difference in the lives of families. And we're doing this all over the country, but my wife and I in conversation said, what if we could do this in our neighborhood? What if we created a give back right here? We get all the major players involved and we do something special right here. So we are doing it, but this is a passion project. This is not the full-time gig. And honestly, we're positioned well so that we can do this and we can give back and we can be as generous as humanly possible. So that's what we're doing. So number 2, what happened to the gym? A lot of folks have asked, Matt, don't you own a gym in Somerville? Well, back in August, we sold the gym to an amazing group of folks. If you know Scott and Betsy Jonas, if you're in Somerville and you see them, say hi on my behalf. I'm so pumped about where the gym is now and how they have taken it and run with it. If you didn't know, Betsy was the GM for CrossFit Sacred Pine for many years and pretty much ran the gym. It was her gym, and I told her that. So Betsy, this is your gym. This is no longer Matt's gym. This is Betsy's gym, right? And while I was here doing ministry, full-time vocational ministry in Conway, 2.5 hours away, she completely ran it and did an incredible job. So much so that 2.5 years after we moved, the Jonases, as well as Made to Move PT, some amazing people there, have now taken the gym. Again, they're taking it and running with it. So I do not own the gym anymore, and it's a blessing and a curse because I miss it so much. But it has freed me up now to be able to step wholeheartedly into this new thing. So are you going to open another gym? I learned a long time ago, don't make promises you can't keep. I also learned that sometimes it's right to be wrong, but if you can avoid committing to something or not committing to something, putting yourself in a position so that years from now you look back and you think, why did I say that? Why did I drive that stake in the ground? And so here's the deal. If God wants us to open another gym where we are, we will, and we won't hesitate, and it'll be amazing. We only fingers crossed that it could be as amazing as CrossFit Sacred Pine has been. But we still love it. We still love the fitness community. And so it's a possibility, but we're not going to make any commitments for now. 4, what is the Expo? Maybe that should have been number 1. Like, that is the number 1 question we get. What is the Expo? And so in its simplest form, we are trying to create this family-friendly, not just family-friendly, but family-centric event that folks can come to and have fun all day. So you can shop if you want to, because there are going to be a ton of health-minded businesses that are there with products and services that you can interact with and experience. You're not going to be able to walk a square foot inside of the Rock Church where this event is going to be and not run into someone that cares about getting and keeping families healthy, whether that is through chiropractic, which will be out front thanks to our title sponsor, Impact Chiropractic, or that is massage therapy and other health and wellness minded services, nutrition, coaching. We're going to have gyms in the house. We're going to have activities for the kids in the house. Renzi the magician is going to be in the house putting on a show. Big Air is going to be there. I don't want to go too far into who's going to be there, but I just want to say everyone who comes to this event is going to look back and think, how did they pull all that off? That's our goal, is for it to be so over the top, ridiculous, that you are marked by it and potentially has the potential to become a repeat event. So that's the DMC Family Wellness Expo in a nutshell. The next question I get is, how much will it cost? How much is the expo going to cost? For families, it's going to be free. It's going to cost $0 for families. You can show up from 9 to 5, be there all stinking day, not run out of things to do, have a blast, purchase some food from the food trucks and the food vendors that are going to be there, shop all you want, learn from the 16 plus micro workshops that are going to be happening throughout the day, and play. Kids, this is your event. So if you're like me and you got a ton of kids, what are we going to do on a Saturday, March 23rd? You're going to come to the Family Wellness Expo and you're going to come for free, $0. All right, will you do one in my town? That's the next question I get. I love this. We've got a ton of interest from outside of Horry County, folks that want us to do it there. And as somebody that loves to put the cart before the horse, I have had to keep my lips sealed because my focus is on this event. My focus is on making this event the best it could possibly be. And again, we need your help. Help us make it amazing. But do plan on being there. It's going to be amazing. So if you're out of town, we'll give you the books. We'll give you the notes. We'll give you the plan. We'll lay out how we did it and set you up for success. But that's all I'll say about that. Number 8, what if I'm not in the health and wellness industry? If you want to be an ambassador, a vendor, or a sponsor, and you're not in the industry, my question is, do you care about getting and keeping families healthy? That is the filter, right? So are we going to have some apparel vendors there? Yes, we are. Are we going to have some amazing food trucks there? Yes, we are. Do they have health written on the side of their? No, probably some of them don't, right? But again, if you care about getting and keeping families healthy, then you can join us on this mission and we'd love to have you. All right. Number 9, what made you want to do this? And I go back to the fact that we have helped businesses all over the country do this sort of thing. And we were just tired of neglecting our own neighborhood for the sake of Orlando, Phoenix, Tucson, New York, Ohio, Michigan, even, goodness, you name it, like LA, like you name it. Like, we wanted to make a difference in our neighborhood, and that's why we're doing this give back. Number 10, finally, have you done this before? And so this is where I want to do a really great job of honoring the past. And I'm in bonus time here, but go with me. So we've always been big in events because we know the impact of an event. We know the influence that you can build very quickly with an amazing experience. I know that from my time in ministry. I know that from my time as a gym owner with the Sacred Pine Invitational, which they just announced the registration is about to open, which is so exciting. That events are powerful, powerful stuff. And so with a church event, right, you want to make sure people know about it. You want to create awareness. You've got to make sure that you're logistically prepared for the crowd that you want to see show up. And that's in the staff, that's in the volunteers. There's work that has to be done to make sure that there is a service flow and that you have facilities that are working and a clean space that really showcases who you are and what you do, right? The gym's similar. The gym, add the extra element of competition where you have to plan the workouts and you have to make sure the events run on time and you give enough buffer between heats so that you actually finish when you say you're going to finish. And then there's podium prizes and insurance and sponsors and vendors and following up with athletes, t-shirt sizes, everything that goes into events. We've done that for the last 10 or 15 years. Now, specifically with an event like this, I want to say thank you to Dr. Haig John. He's out of Melbourne, Florida, and he and I, months and months ago, put our heads together and we dreamt up the idea of a natural living expo. It was a save the babies revolution, families first. We wanted to make a difference in the lives of families, and we also wanted to bring in some heavy hitters to speak a word that would ultimately, hopefully now is becoming a documentary that speaks what the message that we're trying to get across, right? That there's more that families that we can do than we realize to create generational health versus generational sickness, right? That there's more that we can do. And so whether it was the team that I worked with at New Spring Church 10 years ago, at Seacoast as well, whether it was the gym and the team that we had there and all the mentors that had poured into me, and it was Haig John, who we got so much time together and putting that event together last November. Thank you. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, because you guys have all driven something into me, that all of that together has culminated in the fact that not only do I have a passion to do this, but I also can't help but do this. It is so real, and I feel prepared. And I'm not doing this by myself either. My amazing wife has been working just as hard as I have on this and helping take care of all of our crazy kids. We now have a volunteer team that we're building. We have a team of sponsors, vendors, and ambassadors. We have a title sponsor in Impact Chiropractic. We have a host sponsor in the Rock Church. And those are just unreal, thank you, God, things that have all already come together for this big event. And so in signing off, I just want to say, all this is for naught if we don't impact families with this event. So what's the number one thing we want to do is we want to give families on March 23rd, we want to give you a safe place to show up, shop, learn, play, and eat, so that when you walk away from this event, you walk away motivated and inspired to take steps to get and keep your family healthy. And we're going to do it all for you for free. And that's the most exciting part, is that we get to give this to our amazing community. So from the team here at DMC, Dawkins Media Company, please come to the Expo, but also thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Wellness Wave. Let's keep the Wellness Wave going. We'll see you on the next episode.